researchers from his own department and other department, including my own. I think he was initially contributing to Ceylon Journal of Historical and Social Studies, which I understand first published in 1958. So that is one of the early, very substantial contributions from University of Peradeniya to social sciences and humanities. I have before me one of the early issues of the Ceylon Journal, Volume 2, Number 2. If you look at the table of content, you can understand the disciplinary breadth of this journal. The first article by Arasaratnam, The Kingdom of Kandy. The second one by V.N. Panditaratna, The Harbour and Port, the City of Colombo. Then Prabath Ekanayaka's sociologist reflection on the anthropological case study. Dr. Ranjan Zubair, who I think he was an educationist. Dr. C.H.S. Jayawardena, who actually came from the Faculty of Medicine. And he was the criminology lecturer in sociology when we were, when we first joined the department. And then A.J. Wilson and H.A.I. Gunathilaga, who was, I think, from the library. He was not yet the librarian of this university, and he was the managing editor of this journal. So actually this period, there was so much of research, continuous publication, debate within the university system. And another very important example is Ceylon Study Seminar, which I think was started in 1968 as a continuing kind of forum where researchers, old and young, presented their findings. So there, at that time I was a student in the Department of Sociology, and these activities involved people from different disciplines and branches of the university. And in my department, actually, there were two people, non-academic staff. One was called C. Kumaraswamy, who was the one who actually typed most of these papers. Because this was pre-digital era. People didn't have personal computers, so many people wrote manually. And Kun, as he was called, was the one who actually typed it. And then we had a very loyal another person called El Sataya, who did the cyclostyling. And as students, we used to actually have. So this I remember very vividly. When I look at the original kind of research culture that we were developing. So there was obviously very strong tradition of thinking, research, publication, debate. And if you look at actually this, the very first issue of Ceylon Journal, I think 1958, the contributors include S. Parmanithan, the archaeologist, A.R. Late, N. Pereira, the Minister of Finance at some point. Then there is someone called Gerald Graham, S.J. Tambaya, also from my department, A.J. Wilson, and so on and so forth. So obviously, Peradeniya became a very lively place for researchers and young academics, and also students coming from different fields. So this is, I don't think CR was solely responsible for this, but he's definitely contributed to this, as an academic at that time. And also let me briefly touch on his institutional contributions to this faculty and this university. He was the Dean Arts, I think, from 1978 to 81. That was the time when I had just joined the department. And he was he had a proven conflict management, conflict resolution capacity, which I think was very, very much needed and still needed in our system. So he tried to many people talk to each other, and also his personal style, always with a smile on his face, helped him in that operation. So I think that was a very significant contribution. Later on, when I became the Dean Arts, I also tried to copy him, but not very successfully because I didn't have that caliber and capacity to kind of bring together people from different viewpoints. So these are some important contributions he has made. Also, I should mention that I'm very happy that this event is taking place when Professor Gerald Pieris is the Chancellor of our university. I think he's a contemporary of Professor CR, and actually they work together on many different assignments. So, so in a way, this is a happy coincidence that we are launching this book at a time when our Chancellor is Professor Gerald Pieris. I have a lot more to say, but I don't want to take too much time. So let me thank Professor Sri Silva, Mrs. Silva, and all those people who came from Colombo and overseas, and family members, and most importantly, Professor Prabath Silva, who came all the way from Colombo to be part of this launch. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite Professor Rohitha Dasanayaka, the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Arts, University of Peradeniya, to address the gathering.
Venerable Mahasangha, the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellor, our distinguished guest, Emeritus Professor Chancellor Silva, and family members, Dean of the Faculties, the Deputy Librarian, Head of the Department of the Faculty of Arts, all senior professors, senior lecturers, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen, researchers, and students. It is my pleasure to address this distinguished gathering as the head of the Department of History and as the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Arts at the official launch of Professor Chancellor Prof. Felicitation Volume 2023, penned under the title Essays on History and Society, which has been edited by the Professor Pieris and Professor Tudor Silva. Dear Sir, Professor Chancellor Silva, this is a historic moment for the University of Peradeniya, as we have been able to conduct this felicitation ceremony on your behalf. We joined the Department of History of the University of Ceylon in 1963 as an assistant lecturer, and you were the Dean of the Faculty of Arts from 1978 to 1981. We all are so proud to have a collection of your academic publications that have been published while you were in the Professor of History at the University of Peradeniya until 1989, and as the Professor of History at the Old Dominion University of Indiana State, USA from 1998 to 2016. Dear Sir, most of us, including me, who entered the Peradeniya University after the 1990s, have not been lucky enough to be your student or researcher with your guidance and blessing. Dear Sir, what you taught and what you planned will be a treasure for the future students and researchers, and they will prevail forever. On behalf of all in the Department of History and on behalf of the Faculty of Arts of the University of Peradeniya, I would take to this historic opportunity to wholeheartedly appreciated all your commitment and dedications toward the enhancement of the quality of the product of the university at large. Let me mention the following phases of your thoughts that I admire very much. To me, according to the way I see it, history is not only the past, it is the vision about any considerable period of time of people living at present. So that as a result of it, there are many definitions that we have to study analytically on the concept of history. Therefore, all of us, the educationalists of the University of Peradeniya, are supposed to keep our eyes more open than usual on the way to how we visualize the past. As the educationalist of the University of Peradeniya, we feel that we are accountable for exploring the evolution of the past analytically to study how we arrive at the present scenario. Dear sir, the emeritus professor, as the educationalist, we are liable to make the new generation with the self-understanding of how we arrived at the present state through the past. Let me express my sincere thanks to Professor Dasanayaka and for the former deans of the Faculty of Arts, Professor Gerald Silva, for your wonderful work. We all wish you good health and